and welcome to the Audio Dad Chronicles. I'm Shale, and today we're taking another dive back into the world of Angine de Poitrine. This time it will be Sherpa live at KEXP. So I recently got my first listen of Angine de Poitrine, the math rock duo with the crazy outfits, with their song Sunny S. And I couldn't get enough of it. I needed to hear more, so we're taking a jump right back into it. And as discovered in the last video, they are known for, other than their wild and unique costumes, which are just part of the overall aesthetic that is them. They play, well, at least the instrumentalist, with the strings, Khan, as I come to understand it, versus Kleck, the drummer, plays microtonal instruments. And I thought that was a pretty cool, pretty slick kind of a thing. It was really kind of different. So we're going to explore that in a minute. But first, let's get into some of the music. But first, something occurred to me after I watched it. And I hope that I'm not breaking the bubble, that I'm not peeling back the mystery, but I might know who they are. Shh. Spoiler ahead or not? Official statement, I do not know who they are. I don't. But there's an artist out there that the coincidences were just too big to deny. So I hope I'm not ruining the mystique. If you don't want to know, if you don't want that veil bubbled, and it's, again, only a rumor, I don't officially know. Apparently somebody is cutting down a tree in my neighborhood. I'm not sure if you can hear that or not, but it sounds like a chainsaw just fired up. Anyways, speaking of chainsaws, I may know who they are. And if you don't want that bubble burst, cover your ears for the next 5 seconds or 10 or so. It occurred to me that I am aware of another duo from Montreal known for quirky, unique music. This style was more doo-wop, punk, soul. But they were different. They were frequently masked. They were a duo. They did things very, very differently. They have gone to silent mode over the past few years where they haven't been making any new music. Coincidentally or not, right around the time that Angine de Poitrine came onto the scene. Is it them? I don't know. Am I destroying the illusion with this? Maybe. Apologies if so. Here's your chance. If you don't want to hear it, don't listen for a few more seconds here. But if you are curious who they might be, and maybe I'm the guy to finally break down that wall for those that do want to know, all I'm going to say is look up. Yep, there it was. Coincidences were too big. Duo, masked, quirky music, and the name. Just saying. Anyway, sorry to burst that bubble if you didn't want to know. Sorry to Angine de Poitrine if I ruined the illusion. If you were hoping that nobody would ever figure that out. Or maybe I'm just flat up wrong. Either way, let's enjoy some more of the music. Gotta make sure your shoes are on tight. And again with the loopers, such mad respect. I love it. Must be hard playing with all that painted hands. I see the drumsticks are quite stained. Nine eight? Are they playing in 9/8? I'm never good at counting odd time signatures. Yeah, here we go. Seems Saturn is in the room again. Saturn is my black cat. He loves to video bomb me and get in the middle of my videos, make a lot of noise, knock things over, and sometimes even climb the wall behind the camera. It's fabric for soundproofing reasons, and to him, well, that's just something to scratch. Anyway, we may get interrupted from time to time, but that's a perfect segue, sort of. I pulled out one of my instruments and I put it in immediate reaching range, so bear with me here, because no, I'm not going to play for you all. We don't got time for that. But this is a great shot. I happened to catch it on screen, and I was really intrigued by them last time, and I wanted to take this opportunity, since I'm the gear guy. We're not going to get into a pedal board breakdown, but maybe if I can find a good shot of that later, we'll do it in a future video, because I'm confident there's going to be one. I want to see this whole performance. It's something else. But anyways, anybody that's watched my videos has probably seen this bass. It's the one that's in... Bang. It's the one that's in... Anyway, it's the one that's in the intro video that I filmed. It's what I've toured with this a lot. It's been everywhere with me. It's old. It's old like me, and it's got a lot of miles on it like I do. And anyways, the point is, the reason I took it out, just to give us a little bit better shot, although we do got a good one on that screen, this is probably bigger for you all. It's a bass, a normal bass, nothing weird about it. It's a prop. I'm using it today. This artist uses microtonal instruments. Now, the double neck guitar bass that they're using here, that Con is using here, is we're only going to focus on the lower side of it, because of the higher side, I'm just going to take a guess and say they did not put the microtonal frets in because it was just simply too close together, difficult to do, or whatever. They have their reasons. Either way, this is a custom instrument. Yes, my cat is currently climbing the wall and my light is about to fall over. We'll ignore him as best we can for now, which is not going to be very easy, I can tell. Good day, sir. Sorry for the small interruption. My cat knocked the light over and I had to go deal with him. By deal with him, I mean stand the light back up again and go shoo. Anyways, let's try this again. Bass, guitar, rules apply the same. A microtonal instrument is when they're taking a conventional 12-note scale, which all guitars and basses would generally have, and they've divided it, I'm going to take a shot here and say, by the looks of it all, in half. So where I've got frets with these spacings, they have an extra one in the middle. So if you look at this, I don't know how far we can see on screen. We'll try to back it up here a little bit. Here, that'll work. Where I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frets, they're going to have 1, 2, 3. So there's going to be, point I'm making is there's an extra fret between every one of my frets. And that'll apply the same on both the guitar and the bass. So where I am hitting conventional notes, they can hit the notes between all of the notes as well. Enough about that. I think Saturn has got bored, moved on again. I'm getting bored. You're probably getting bored listening to me talk about microtonal notes and instruments when we could be listening to it. So let's get back to the music. Yet again, listening to these performances, I kind of wish we had more than one camera angle going on at a time. People like me, I don't know about you, but I certainly am. I'm utterly fascinated by what they are doing artistically. And I don't just mean aesthetically, visually. I absolutely mean with the instrument, with the feet. What is going on the pedal board? Hi, Saturn. I see you are back again. The microtonal, although as fascinating as that is, and it certainly is fascinating because it is such a underutilized and very rarely seen thing in Western music, Western instruments, and so on. Only other band I can think of conventionally that most people out there y'all might have heard of before might be King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. They at times have utilized microtonal guitars as well. So, yes, hi. So, oh, I know. He decided to come say hi, so you're gonna fight me now, aren't you? Saturn, say hi. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard is known for using microtonal guitars. Okay, bye. Among others, but they're the first one to come to my mind anyways. But I'm here, I'm just like, what's going on the feet, the pedal board? That is just, to me, so fascinating. I mean, loopers are one thing. They are such a unique challenge. But now I hear them stepping on noisemakers, frankly. So they, what they stepped on a pedal and just made noise. And now I don't know how it was triggered exactly, whether it's a microphone going on with our drummer Kleck here, or if it's a pedal they stepped on that triggered a sample, most likely the case. But now that we've got this extra sound going on in amongst over top of it all, and it's just like, where did that come from? Can y'all do another live performance somewhere where we can get another camera, maybe put another view down the screen, or give us this interactive thing where we could just watch whatever viewpoints we wanted? Because I'd sign up for that. Y'all, Angine de Poitrine, if y'all got a Patreon page and you give us a multi-camera view of it, I'd sign up for that. I hope you all sign up for my Patreon page, but I'd sign up for theirs 100% if they did that. But anyways, enough of that. Let's back up. I want to hear that. Yeah, right there on screen. That white pedal, which to me I believe is a Boss digital delay, but it's just squawking. It's just making noise. And shortly after this, when we don't see their feet, when we don't see what's going on exactly, some other sounds come in, and I can only assume it's another foot button they stepped on to trigger a sample. But let's listen for it at least if we can't see it. This. Now, true, we did get to see their feet there, but being that they're so heavily utilizing the looper system, the looper pedal, it's very plausible that that was a layer triggered in and is now just simply joined and is part of the loop. So we may not even get the opportunity to see how they did it. But the weird sounds and all that they're making makes me wonder if it's actually a vocal, maybe one of theirs, not necessarily live, but maybe even pre-recorded and stored into the looper pedal. Because I did happen to see just a snippet of a short, and if I can pull it up here or reference it in another video, if I can find it later, I definitely will, just so you could all see what I'm talking about. when they talk, they're kind of their aesthetic is they're going for a form of an alien type of a thing, and they speak an alien language, and they don't exactly communicate in English. And that sound effect is kind of what their voice sounded like after all their warbly, pitch shifty, and all that kind of a thing. That's how they communicate. That's how they speak, and they speak through a translator. So maybe this isn't technically a full instrumental song, and they're talking over and along with it. Who knows? Still cool though, very creative. Nice, the triggering of another loop. I don't know how easy we'll be able to catch it. I'll see if we can look for it. I'm going to back it up here a quick second. Right before that music switched, they did a very nicely coordinated double foot stomp. And I haven't looked up the particular model looper that they use in there, but knowing how the looper works, what is almost certainly going on is one of those two foot pedals is a record button, and the other one was a stop. So they were stopping one loop, letting it die, if you will. Maybe it can be pulled back later by hitting that same button, uncertain. But by stepping on the other button, they were triggering what they're about to be playing now is going to record. And then as we can see on screen right now, the foot that's about to come down is likely going to trigger it to begin the loop, to start playing it over again. So that will loop, and then they can take their hands away, switch up, do something different, and play over top of it. We'll see if we can catch that. There we go. You see right there? They had both feet going. Very, very, very cool. Love loopers. Whole other level. There they go. They triggered the loop again. Added a layer, an overdub to it. Now I got another layer, added it all in. So we're really building. There's what, 4 or 5 layers stacked in here now. Excuse me. And I know because I have one of them, that last bit there when they stepped on a pedal, that was a rat. That's a distortion pedal. So to me, that immediately made me think, now that they've layered these 4 or 5 or so parts, couple basses, a rhythmic style electric over top of it. We're probably going to get into a solo section here. Let's see if we can catch that again. Listen for the change in the guitar where they go back into looping it. Step on that pedal. We're going to get a lead or similar because they're adding a distortion, something to elevate the volume and maybe the gain level to play over top of this wall of noise that they've built. So we got these steady loops going layered with the same tones, just stacking them. Overdubs, as they call it. There's the rat. Boom. There's our lead. Amazing. Love that. Brought it to that big final crash. First button to get stepped on would be silencing the looper. They hit the stop button. But because they had so many other effects going, you saw that bop, 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 bop. They quickly went through and turned off all the other pedals because those who have the potential to keep making noise, and if they're trying to end it, that's the best way to do it is you stop your loop and then you silence all the extra things that are making distortions, all that. We'll see if we can back that up just a couple of seconds here and catch that ending again. Look for the quick pedal dance. So impressive. We got this build up. Boom, 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 boom. I had to step on about 5 pedals at the end. Too cool. That was wild. That was a lot of fun. I thank you all for watching this, going on this little journey with me and bearing with me through Saturn. He's back again. He's looking at all the burbs in the backyard. Saturn came along for the ride. You came along for the ride. And, well, my old trusty workhorse Mabel came along for the ride too. I thank you all for coming along for this ride. I hope to see you all again. Peace, love, and empathy to you all. Good night.